There it goes. Okay, good morning to the president of East Texas Communities Foundation, Kyle Penney. How are you this morning, sir?
Doing great, Devin. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So obviously we are here to talk about the upcoming Giving Day. So first and foremost, can you just give us a little overview on what Giving Day is?
Sure. So East Texas Giving Day is an online event, takes place on April 25th from 6 a.m. to midnight. It's an opportunity for you to go to one location on the web and pick from among 350 different charities across East Texas and make contribution, kind of like a shopping cart where you can shop for all the charities that you want to support. So it's totally online, so there's no event to go find. It's all online opportunity to provide great annual support for lots of local nonprofits.
That's so cool. Yeah, I was looking at some of your stats from last year. Like you said, around 300 nonprofits participated, coming at just under $3 million. So, do you have any goals that you guys set for yourself this year?
Well, we always want it to get a little bigger and do a little better for our nonprofits each year. So we're knocking on the door of that $3 million mark. That would be a good one to hit this year. We've also got more organizations participating, so that always helps. 350 organizations this year as opposed to just under 300 last year. So that should get us over the $3 million mark.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty doable goal that you have set for yourself. So I know that the actual giving day is April 25th. So we're just shy of about 2 weeks out now. However, I was looking on your site and it looks like donations have already started coming in. So is that something that you can pledge ahead of the day?
Yeah, so you can actually go on and give right now. So if you know you've got a conflict on the 25th, you're going to be out of town or otherwise occupied, you can go on and give right now. The leaderboard is live, so you can see how all those charities are doing currently. If you've got a favorite one that you're kind of watching, you can watch them all the way up to the event and all during the day of the event. So it's not too early to give now. Another option that you can do now that the early giving has started is you can set a celebration page up. So if you've got a favorite charity and you know they're trying to raise, several $1,000s, you could put a celebration page together, which is kind of your own little personal fundraiser. So you could set a goal and say, hey, I want to try to help them raise $500. Then you can send that information out to your friends and help them encourage them to give to that nonprofit. If you can reach your goal of $500, that helps the organization reach their goal.
That's so cool. We're talking about, obviously you might have a single favorite organization, but what if somebody has multiple? Is there a way that you go on the website and you can donate to multiple local nonprofits?
Absolutely. So the website is searchable. So one of the things that you can do initially is go in, and if you know the name of an organization, you can start typing it into the search bar. If you know where they're located, you can go search by county. If you know the type of organization they are, maybe it's an animal charity or human services or a medical charity, you can search that way. I think the highest number we've seen thus far in the 7 years we've done this is 23 organizations in one transaction. So you're free to go beat that if you want to, but that's somebody who found one organization, set a goal or set an amount that they wanted to give to that organization, and then kept shopping, looking for other organizations. And so it all takes place in one single transaction, and those dollars go directly to those charities. So you're setting, if you want to send $50 to an organization, you say, hey, I want $50 to go to that organization, and that's the amount that gets headed their way after some minor fees.
That's so cool. So it really is customizable that you can put it all in one bucket if you really love a specific organization, or if you just kind of want to bless the community as a whole, you can kind of scatter it throughout all of the buckets. I love that. Okay, so speaking of, as much as possible, raising as much money as possible, I was seeing that there's a couple ways to maximize your dollar through matching donations of organizations. And also there was a little something about the East Texas Community Foundation's prize money for certain nonprofits. Can you tell us about both of those aspects to maximize that dollar amount?
Sure. So matching dollars are always attractive to donors. So many of our organizations have gone out and raised matching funds. So for example, an organization may have a donor that said, "Hey, I want to match $5,000 on that day." So you'll see when you look up that organization, you'll see that match amount on their landing page, and you'll see how they're doing towards that goal. So if they have a $5,000 goal and they've received $750, it'll say, there's $4,250 left for them to meet their match. It'll also tell you when they've met their match. So a little trophy shows up on the site to indicate that an organization has met their match. So matching dollars are always attractive. They've got great donors that want to encourage additional giving on that day. So matching dollars is one way to do that. The other thing you indicated was prize money. So the Communities Foundation doesn't raise a big pool of money to go to all these charities, but we have an unrestricted fund that provides some resources each year that we use for prizes. So there's some incentives out there throughout the day that you can't see right now. The organizations don't even know what those incentives are yet, but there'll be different opportunities throughout the day where we're trying to encourage giving. So it'll be a prize for the organization that had the most unique donors in a given hour, or the first gift of the day, or the last gift of the day. So there's some prize incentives out there, and we use the resources of the Communities Foundation to fund those prizes.
That's so cool. I love that. So I know from my experience, I know that Giving Day is like one big celebration. Some nonprofits will host watch parties. Like you said, there's like really cool little prize giveaways, just one big party, right? So as the president of the Communities Foundation, what's your favorite part?
Oh gosh, it's just watching the energy around these nonprofits. Nonprofits work day in and day out to raise annual support for their organizations, and they're always trying to find new people that want to engage with the work that they're doing. So the greatest part I think about East Texas Giving Day is using the power of social media and media and the energy around an event like this to encourage new donors to participate with an organization. So, and it happens by connections. It happens by one person making a gift to an organization and then telling their friends about it. Giving is usually a fairly quiet, fairly private activity, but not so on East Texas Giving Day. We want you to make a gift to one of your favorite charities. It may not be the biggest gift you plan to give them this year, but make some type of gift and then tell your friends, "Hey, you ought to look at this organization. You ought to think about supporting them."
Absolutely. Shout it from the rooftops. Well, Kyle, if that's all of my questions. Do you have anything else that you want us to know about East Texas Giving Day?
Well, it's an important event for local nonprofits, and it's not really affected by the weather. So this event takes place online, so it can't be rained out like events might be out on the at the park. So it's an opportunity to give. It's an opportunity to provide needed annual support for these organizations and help them find new donors.
Fantastic. What a good point to make there at the end, Kyle. Once again, thank you so much for joining us here on East Texas Now, and I'm sure we'll talk again soon.
Thanks, Dylan.
Of course. We're going to go ahead and